Welcome back, everybody. You're watching Star
seconds
Series
remaining.
Season 11. This is the Southeast Asian Division Playoffs. My name is Triumph Man, and this is the deciding match in a
5
best-of-3
seconds
series. Rave versus Invasion Esports. Rave, they managed to win out the first match on the back of a
Reserve
Naga Siren, and the offensive try, arguably from Invasion, just completely imploded upon itself, and with no
Dire
backup
team
plan.
ban.
Oh boy, they just walked all over them with the Panda, with the Brewmaster. Second game though, Invasion Esports, everything just went pretty much like... Very few things went wrong for them there. They managed to slow down the Lycan quite significantly. Their drought just got fat, got huge, and there was nothing that Rave could do about it. Maybe if they'd managed to get the Void more farmed, it would have been better off. But a lot of ganks went in that Void. They just kept chasing him out of the jungle. Doom would invade it, go in there, Doom the Void, get those pickoffs and Void, and just slow them down to the point where they just could not go toe-to-toe with the drought. Anyway, game number 3, we'll have the Naga Siren again banned by Invasion. They banned it game 2 because they really just didn't want to have to deal with it again. This time around, Rave will open up with Death Prophet ban. Rave actually, game 1, banned Death Prophet and the Jakiro first up. Actually, this is something that went well for Invasion. The second match was they got a couple of early towers thanks to Jakiro just flaming them down with liquid fire. And largely thanks to, Jakiro was... He sort of was playing a core, but at the same time, they ended up giving a lot of farm to the Visage. And the Visage, put it to work. If you give Visage farm, he does really strong work with it. The extra birds early on, with the Scepter combined with the Drow Aura, is just insanely good for pushing. Even just fighting as well, the birds spit out so much damage. And there we go, Rave banning the Jakiro. This is their first, this is the bans that they had in the first game too. Death Prophet and Jakiro, just knocking them right out, getting rid of those early pushes. Invasion actually went for a push lineup regardless, but it was that offensive trying that just imploded that really screwed them over. And it's one of the downsides. They went all in on their strat and it didn't pay off. The second game though, we saw Invasion were way more cautious with how they played, to the point where they was very slow towards the last 20 minutes of that match. They were just farming, picking away at people, farming. Get the Roshan, go for a tower, get the tower, back off, get the racks, back off. And the bottom racks went down. Raid's bottom racks just died without even anybody dying. No heroes were killed. Invasion just basically avoided the death ward and then just right-clicked down the buildings and ran away. Rave will open up with a Ogre Magi pick though. They had it game 1. Game 2, Invasion had it. This time around, they'll have it again. What do you know? Ogre. Ogre, of course. If you're an Ogre player, enjoy it while it lasts. Next patch, in come the nerfs. And that's really going to impact his laning stage, as well as his ganking power as well. That really short range. It's like... It's just slightly better than Slarddar's stun range. It is pretty damn short.
10 seconds remaining.
So that's dropping down really hard. And pretty much means he's going to have to open up with Ignite as well. And it not even guaranteed that he can get in on top of a target with Ignite. It is only a 20% slot level 1. And some heroes can actually deal with that fairly easily. You throw the Ignite and then some heroes just blink away and laugh at you. Invasion now with the double pick. See whether or not they decide. We're seeing VS. VS has been a really popular hero lately as an early pick because she just zones, she just causes trouble for a lot of the common picks. Batrider, Void, and she combos really well with several heroes that are favorable this meta. Like, as we saw last match, she's really, really good at just displacing heroes and bringing them. And they went for the displacement in that last fight in the bottom ranks. They went for that displacement. Unfortunately, I'm fairly sure that Rave fat-fingered that swap because they swapped out Ghost on his Jakiro instead of picking on the Drow. Because it really was the Drow was the hero that they needed to kill. Batrider picked up by Invasion, and I think it's going to be a... If they pick up VS now, it would really help. On the other hand, they might be betting that Rave don't want to go and tip their hand for both supports this early. Because if Rave are planning for a push, something they might not want to have a VS. This is nice for roaming and ganking. The aura is actually really good, but tends to be that VS doesn't prioritize the aura fairly early on. She's going for the Wave of Terror, which is really good for scrappy early fights, but not as good for pushing towers. The command aura is obviously better for that.
10 seconds remaining.
Viper now picked up, but on the other hand, you pick a VS and she is absolutely soul-crushing for a bat to play against. It just basically makes him entirely useless. Unless you have a plan of something like you have like a support silencer or something, or even a solo mid carry silencer, basically ready with a global to shut her down when Bat jumps in. But yeah, you need some kind of combo, or even just a Blink Ravage to help set things up as well. Also a possibility. They just need some way to stop the VS from popping that swap off on Batrider. Preventing, and there we go. See, Rave go, alright, well, we'll counterpick you. So Invasion, see if we can get a counterpick of their own. And then Rave will ban at the Drow. That Drow probably giving them PTSD. It was just a nightmare. They just could do nothing to Drow. She was so farmed. It was just crushing them. Oh man, 6-slotted Drow, never much fun to play against.
10 seconds
Unless you're Morphling, in which case,
remaining.
make a copy of Drow, make her hit herself. Or actually,
Dire team ban.
if your Dark's here, make a Drow of your own and watch it wreck their team. Anyway, Spectre now banned out by Invasion. That's a solid choice. They're looking for a carry. Blink Dagger, if you want to shut down the Blink Dagger from Barrett, it's another way to do it, but I don't think they need to go for the Spectre if they didn't want
10
to.
seconds remaining.
They do have the VS.
5 seconds remaining.
But I think what Invasion need now is some big AoE CC to buy room for Batrider.
Reserve
Some way to
time.
stop the VS from swapping out. They need something to help him get in there, because otherwise Batrider is not like an Enigma who has a plan B. Alright, you play against a VS. VS is a great counter to Enigma as well. No blinking black holes for him as long as she doesn't get caught out. So she's a pretty good counter to him, but Enigma's got a plan B. He's got Midnight Pulse, he's got his Eidolons, which push really well. He's got a nice little stun as well, whereas Batrider's got a Flame Break, and that's... Sticky Napalm's annoying, but it's definitely not fight winning. It is very, very irritating to play against. Okay, so Rave now with their 4th ban. I think Tide would be a really... If they're not planning on picking up Tide, I think Tide would be a really solid ban for them because, as mentioned, that's the kind of thing that Invasion need to drive towards, something to buy room for Batrider. There will be a Medusa banned out, though.
Radiant
There's no particular...
team ban.
Well, there is actually some. Batrider can force a Stone Gaze to proc on a particular target, which is actually pretty solid, and it's not as good as, say, a Ravage, but you can create space with a Medusa Stone Gaze. But more the issue is she doesn't tend to turn up to early
10
fights.
seconds
Unless you've got
remaining.
lots of good steroids for her, like she could actually be played on Rave's lineup and be actually a
5
huge threat
seconds
by
remaining.
the 25 to 30 minute mark. We've seen Kurokai actually play with Secret, and he ends up being,
Reserve
if they
time.
get the right draft, he will actually be able to just dominate team fights with his sheer right clicking power. And you do stuff just basically stack the buffs on him. Ogre Magi, Vengeful Spirit, insanely good when partnered up with Medusa. It allows her just to have that early... She basically gets her cake and eats it. She has the early damage from their steroids, and she
Radiant
also gets to
team
still
pick.
build into her defensive items early on. But Anti-Mage, now banned out by Invasion. I mean, there's no particular synergy with Rave's setup there for the Anti-Mage, but maybe they're worried about a particular pick that they're going to go for in a moment. And Batrider is actually a decent answer to Anti-Mage. It makes him split pushing a really... It makes it a dangerous prospect because any split pusher against a Bat is
10
actually quite
seconds
worrisome for them.
remaining.
Except, there's a couple that can't... Like, Naga
5
Siren is less at
seconds
risk.
remaining.
She can actually split push fairly well.
Reserve time.
Invasion now with the next series of picks. We'll see where they go. Rave looking for 3 cores here, and it looks like Invasion is banning out cores. Like, just banning out hard carries they don't want to face, just banning out cores, because Rave has sort of, I mean, unless they're planning on doing, because it's viable,
Reserve
a semi-carry Vengeful Spirit, it's alright,
Dire
definitely
team
doable.
pick.
I feel like a Void is more popular as a hard carry at the moment than either Spectre or Anti-Mage, but the Spectre, particularly against the Batrider, is annoying, so fair enough, ban her out. I feel like the Void might have been more warranted, though. Invasion now. Going with the Skyreth Mage. Probably already got the Batrider there. They could go for something like a... They've got good range. The Viper there, they've got Batrider.
10
They could go for
seconds
something
remaining.
like a Sand-King. Sand-King and Skyreth Mage are really good together as a support duo. Morphling... Oh! Wow, Rave.
Radiant
That is
team
ballsy.
pick.
Picking Morphling into Skyreth Mage and Bat, that's pretty... Oh, well, Bat less so because they've got Venge, but into a Skyreth Mage is pretty risky. Morphling, of course, relies on Morphic Strength to stay alive, and he's vulnerable. If he gets shut down by the Silence, he can't morph, and on top of that, the damage amp, he's quite likely to get blown up before he can actually morph to safety, or even waveform or replicate to safety. So that is definitely a very risky pick there from Rave.
10
But it's not
seconds
unplayable.
remaining.
I mean, it's highly possible if he goes for an early shot, he could actually just shotgun Skyreth Mage into oblivion
5
before he
seconds
can even get a
remaining.
silence off. So there is that. It's not impossible, but it is risky. And it makes ganking it, like the
Reserve
roaming support
time.
duel with a Skyreth Mage so much. Like you say, you get Skyreth Mage, right? You can concussive shot, get the silence off, and then someone comes in and stuns. Morphling is actually very easy to kill in this case. And it means he has to sit on more strength than he like, which then impacts his ability to farm and last hit effectively. So, yeah. Invasion now, I think they're probably going to look for their second support. It will be an ancient... Wow, Invasion is full-on hate here for
Dire
Morphling.
team pick.
Just like, no, you don't get to morph strength, so Rave, ouch. That's going to be rough for their carry. They might... I think they're going to need a second late-game threat here, because between the Bat, the Scythe, and the Ancient Apparition, Morphling is going to have a very rough time being effective.
10 seconds remaining.
Rave thinking this 1-3. Now, they could do more... Oh. And
Radiant
Rave
team
have
ban.
seen a weakness. It's the wave clear. Bat can do a little bit with the Firefly. It can cause some trouble, but it's not super effective. It's not like having a Sand King or a Tidehunter just bashing their way through the Spiderlings. Yeah, Invasion, that could be a stumbling block. On the other hand, though, they are playing against a really irritating Silence for Broodmother. Obviously, you get hit by the Ancient
5
Seal, it can be very easy to pick her off. But if Skywrath Mage is chasing the Broodmother around, then that opens up room for Morphling to farm. So that is going to be irritating for Invasion. I think they might just want to... They sort of want to pick up something with Wave Clear, but...
Dire team ban.
They've got to pick up a carry that can sort of try and handle it. Luna, she's got Glaze, but it's going to take a while for them to get rolling. Anti-Mage is banned out, and his Cleave takes a while to get online as well. Legion Commander would have been a great one, actually.
Radiant
and Rave,
team
rightly
pick.
so, they banned it out. Yeah, Spirelings just... You hit them with the overwhelming odds and they just implode. That's a lot of money, too. It's very irritating to Brood. When you're playing Brood, you've just got your Spirelings running around, and then... It's just like... Legion Commander's like, you know what, I'll fire it off here, and then bang, you lose like 200 gold in Spirelings to the LC. Like, wow. Man, I done goof there. Jeez. We lost, boys. Invasion with the final pick, though. Looking for a primary farm, or it could be a mid. Depends where they want to put the Viper. Viper could be safe lane, could be mid. And against the Broodmother, it's okay.
Reserve
At least he can shrug off the Harasser, but he doesn't have a lot of good... I think they want to pick a carry. If they're going for a primary farmer, it wants to be something that can deal with the Broodmother and her shenanigans.
5 seconds remaining.
And...
Dire team
okay,
pick.
this might actually be a solid mid Beastmaster. And it actually could be a solid mid Batrider. That's also possible. Bat's actually an okay solid mid. In fact, back in the days of Temple, when we saw nothing but Templar Assassin, mid Batrider was the go-to counter to her. I mean, even Morphling doesn't like playing against Bat. Bat just stacking... He's got to come in close to CS, and Bat can just stack the sticky napalms on him all day.
10 seconds remaining.
Beastmaster can offlane, but... It could well just be Viper going down the mid.
5 seconds
remaining. I don't
remaining.
know about... If it could be a trial with Beastmaster, that'd be a bit weird. I mean, you've got axes and stuff, but... Not really that great a wave clear. I think that Broodmother pick has definitely stumped Rave a little bit. Stumped Invasion a little bit, but we'll see what their plan is to try and deal with this. And Puck the final pick. The Rave is... pause again. Alright, it's already come out. But we'll go through the lineups here while we wait. So, playing for Invasion. On the Radiant side, we've got ADTR on the Ancient Apparition. Ketchik on the Viper. So, probably solo mid Ketchik. Although, actually, no, he played offlane. He played defensive offlane with the tri-lane in Game 1. But Ghost will be playing the Batrider. OK on the Skywrath Mage. And FCFC. We're playing the Beastmaster. I think it will actually be Ketchik mid and Ghost offlane at this point in time. FCFC in the safe lane. Okay, then. But for Rave on the Dire team, we have Jo on the Morphling, Chrissy playing the Broodmother, Ninja Boogie playing Vengeful Spirit, Rio on the Puck, and Cast playing the Ogre Magi. Quick pause, I assume someone's PC has crashed or internet's gone out, something like that. They say anything? No, nobody said anything. Okay. I wonder if they could even... I feel like almost Crit Shaker would have been a lot of fun. Obviously, it's a huge threat for Chrissy to have to deal with. And Crit Shaker, I mean, honest to God, Crit Shaker is legit. It really is. I've seen Mushi end games, like end legit games in 18 minutes with the Crit Shaker. It really is crazy stuff. Is he going offlane there? Yep, opening up with a Soul Ring. Recipe, cast. Boots first. Going to be backing up Jo and Ninja Boogie in the top lane, so we'll be safe lane morph. And Puck solo mid here. Beastmaster. Is that off? Wait a minute. Okay, no, it's offensive tri-lane again. With Bat to try and hold the fort down here. Okay, it's gonna be it'll be difficult. Actually, he's been pulled some detection. It'll be difficult, but if he does actually manage to find enough sticky napalms, he could plausibly kill the Broodmother. It's going to be an interesting lane. It's going to be rough either. For both heroes, I think it's going to be interesting. It depends on execution there, more than anything else. So FZ will be taking solo mid against the Puck. Puck's going to have a pretty easy solo mid lane. But this tri-lane... Double stuns coming out of Rave could be difficult to deal with. The Morphling's actually pretty
The
good.
battle
Just
begins.
manning up and fighting. Now we get the slowdown on Cast. As he casts a shot. In comes the Chilling Touch towards counter stun. They're going to go for Ninja Boogie instead. He's much squishy. A bit of a car crash there. Ninja Boogie trying to get away. Auto attacks. One more. Poison maybe. No. Ninja Boogie will escape on 10 health. And Cast also walking away low. But Vengeful Spirit, she's pulled up. So she's going to have to take a trip back. This is almost like game number 1. It was Ogre Magi the last in game number 1. Almost died, almost gave with the first blood, and then had to take a trip to the fountain. And while he was in the fountain, their carry got first blooded. But this time around, Jo actually has an escape mechanism. And Scarth Mage does not have the silence up yet, so he's just going to do some warding and then head back to the top lane. Puck here. FC actually out CSing the hell out of Puck. Actually, I say that, and it's actually he's cleaned the entire wave, so that's why. I think FC might have actually overblocked and he wound up under the tower there. As Ketchik finds a DD rune, though, this is going to be annoying for Jared for the next 30 seconds or so, having to deal with that. Meanwhile, bottom lane, this is the one I want to see how this one turns out. Broodmother versus Bat.
Hands up!
She's actually been... I suppose one of the good things that Bat could do, actually, is she tries to set up the webs to hide in trees. Bat can just go, you know what? No trees. No trees. Get the hell out. I hate trees. Get rid of them and just make things frustrating for her. Ninja Boogie coming back to the lane so close to giving away that first blood there. And for any melee hero, Sticky Napalm is a huge, huge pain in the ass to have to play against. As the Doomling, taking a bit of a detour, worried about a support coming around to gank it, but the support was actually going back to the well to heal. And they're looking for this counter ward, which they're not finding one. I'm not sure what they're doing there. Maybe they already picked it off. I don't know. They're pinging out. I don't think they found something, so it must have been blocked by a hero. Just body blocked there. ADTR possibly in trouble. Yasuo shot goes out. They're going to get the Ignite down on Ketchik, but nothing else following up there just yet. Meanwhile, mid lane, Beastmaster's going into last hit at the moment. He's going for the value point of the aura. We'll see if he decides to get his minions next. He's just going to go bottom to pick up the haste rune down there. Now, bottom lane, Chrissy 7-1, Barrett 9-1. I don't know how many of these last hits are Spilings. Definitely a question. He's throwing down his counter ward, just trying to... He's not actually using the Firefly to bring down these trees. Interesting. Of course, if he does kill the trees, it does limit his options to escape later if he does get ganked. But then again, Broodmother can just run right through them, so... I feel like he probably wants to Firefly them down at some point. Pull coming through there. No, not succeeding. Are they stacking with a trying to pull? I'm not sure. As the Kamehameha wave coming out of the Satyr, because, you know, screw you. This Satyr's really very, very irritating when they feel like it. They just come out at the worst moments and start blasting people down. There we go. Broodmother keeping her spiderlings safe, not feeding her babies. Nobody needs to call CPS just yet. As opposed to Lycan last match. Had no regard for his minions' welfare at all, just feeding away. I swear Drow must have gained nearly 2,000 gold in Necrobook kills. They're worth like 100 to 200 each, depending on the level. It's absolutely insane the amount of gold you can get off it. Top lane. At the moment, Morphling farming. He's farming not as well as he'd like. 11 and 0. Vibe doing a little bit better. 13 and 1. Meanwhile, bottom lane though, pretty much neck and neck for Ghost and Chrissy. Now he can see him though. He's going to try and clean up some of those spiderlings there, and just forcing them out. And it looks like he's just going to mostly leave Broodmother alone. Just harass her every now and then, but he's mostly focused on getting these CS kills here. Now the top lane, potential kill here. Ketchik now going toe-to-toe with Cast. Cast has slowed down. In comes the... no, it doesn't matter. Fire Blast on ADTR. ADTR is going out. First blood to Jared. Jared now turning on Ketchik. Ketchik copies the auto attacks. Ignited up. Silence down on Jared. Jared now falling low. Will they turn and go for the kill? He's going to try. Doesn't get it though. Now Jo ticking down to the poison. Auto attack comes in, but they've already lost the Viper. I think Rave finding some value there. Ninja Boogie though being cleaned up. It's a complete bloodbath in the top lane. Do we have another spell here from Cast? Fire Blast comes in. And Invasion will take 3 for 2. But they do lose.
Is under attack.
They do get cleaned up there. No Rave. 3 to 2. Not looking good at all. Although actually Scarth Mage 360 gold. But unfortunately, the first blood going to Morphling. Ouch. Ghost now starting to take the hits. Trying to pop the Firefly. Wants the Spider. He just doesn't have the burst to kill the Spiderlings though. That is definitely proving to be annoying, I think. He's getting so close to all that money. And Broodmother just backing them off. Is she using them in the jungle? I'm not no, she's not touching the jungle with them. Something she can do, I mean, just send them into the jungle, it'll still last your creeps. Even if they die, it's no big deal. As long as she stops feeding, as long as she doesn't feed them to...
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
the Batrider. It's all okay. Now in the mid lane, potential gank here, Dream Core used, in comes a Magic Missile, easy kill there, counter kill coming out, the real gets silenced up, there we go, okay jumping in, they will get a bit of a trade there, but in the end, Puck coming out ahead.
As a new beginning.
Now, he's almost level 7 compared to Beastmaster, not even level 6 yet. That does cost him quite a bit, as we see the pull through there. Radiant just taking advantage of that
Radiant's
hard camp.
bottom tower is under attack.
One lane, Chrissy has driven Ghost back, so also Broodmother still too much. The Batrider to handle. Just needs more wave clear, unfortunately. The Firefly's nice to get him off the tower, but he can't actually kill the Spylings, which would really, really help. Axes there on Rior. Now the Spyling's going to come in. He's going to try and force that Firefly out. Goes for the moment. Going to keep popping down. In fact, he's got no vision there. The counter ward is out from the Dire team. He's just going to keep trying to stick Napalm out. In fact, just throwing it out. Just in case the Spylings happen to be lurking there. Now it's fallen off. There's the harassment coming out. And Broodmother's like, you know what? Let's just harass the target. Doesn't need to spawn too many Spylings. She can't really use them to great effect. And we'll just basically try and send Batrider back to the well. Now the rotation from Puck. If they get this kill here, it could well be a tower down. Broodmother preparing her army right now. Should be able to save that. And then just, if they pick him off, this is going to be a pretty easy tower, most likely. Puck now preparing to move in. He's got the orb. He's going to get in close, though, before he guns it. There we go. Throws down the cord. Open things up. Firefly now from Bat. He's going to get snapped, though. We'll get cleaned up there. And the Spiderlings dodging back out of the Firefly. Chrissy's going to go back to farm. Looks actually, I thought they would get the tower, but looks like he's not going to go that hard in the tower. They don't put any extra support down there to try and deal with it. JR, though, copying some hits. Puck just making his pressure known on the map, just making things difficult for invasion. Right now, we've got Roar up for Beastmaster. Hasn't put it to work just yet. He's got a haste rune. Could try and go top and pick off the Morphling, maybe. As it looks like they're rotating okay. I think they've given up on this defense trial. They're rotating okay to the mid lane just to try and pick off Puck. It's not much fun to play into a Scarlet Mage as a Puck, but in this case, he's just rotating out of the lane and picking up kills elsewhere. Bottom lane, now they're going to try and do something about the Broodmother, who's just skulking around in the jungle, just trying to clean up some camps there. FC's down. If they get the Roar down, they've got Dust and Roar. They could quite easily pick off Brood between that and Lasso as well. See though, playing very defensively, lurking at the back end. Going to scout now with the Spylings. Might find. Oh, she's seen it. Now, Axe is going to come out. We'll whiff on the Spylings though. Spylings just going to go and try and get some harass done. Haste rune pop by FC. Meanwhile, mid lane, Puck just playing aggressively now. He knows FC isn't there. ADTR just backing off. Has done a little bit of warding. Counter ward. They can see that ward, but he can't get down there just yet.
Mine.
Selfish.
Puck pops in, or bottles an invis rune. ADTR just going to do the counter warding now. Top lane, JR now finding some farms. Still behind the Viper. There's still a difficult lane for him, but the way things are progressing right now for Rave, Rave are probably happy with how this is turning out. They're causing a lot of pressure on the bottom lane, making things difficult for Ghost. He's going to have a relatively late Blink Dagger at this rate. And just forcing rotations out. Invasion that aren't getting anything of value. Meanwhile, they've decided to give up on that attempt to kill the Broodmother. Going top, going to smoke up, and they're going to look for a pick off here on JR. They don't have the Ancient Apparition ult though. Oh, Puck goes in though, gets a 3-man call. This is trouble. No, he's actually just going to back off. They just disengage. They screw it. No, let's just get the hell out of here. The coil snap. Puck will disrupt that gank tank. Okay, now falling low to half health. Axes come through and whiff. Ninja Boogie will manage to disengage. So Rave, they get a 3-man call, but decide it's too risky to follow up and will back down. Which, to be fair, they are playing into the silence and the Mystic Flare there from OK. Decide it's not worth the risk. They're happy with how things are going for the moment.
Radiant's
Meanwhile, Barrett looking for a kill. We'll find the Ogre. He tosses out the dust on... I don't know why, because there's actually no web here. It's a bit of a waste. Maybe might have clipped the Broodmother just there. Maybe. I'm not sure why he did that. Meanwhile, top lane though, they pick off the Morphling now, slowed on Ninja Boogie. Ninja Boogie in trouble. Should be able to TP out in time. He will get away. Actually, that doesn't disjoint. No, he's going to heal up enough. That won't kill him. Now, okay, sitting in the lows. Actually, they get a solo kill there. Beastmaster getting surrounded by Spiderlings and brought down. Bad had already backed off to do some jungling there. Picks up some of the stacks in the jungle. Okay, he's going to head off as well. Just got to go back to base to refuel. Meanwhile, mid lane, they really
Radiant's
need this
bottom
Ice Blast to get up
tower
and
is under
operational. If they can
attack.
get some map pressure, it'll make ganking the Broodmother so much easier as well. If they get that dot
Radiant's
on her.
bottom
You get the
tower
shadow down,
has
but now
fallen.
Chrissy getting to work on this Brood, doing what everybody fears so much. You leave her alone with the tower for a couple of minutes, and she will absolutely obliterate it. And this is just textbook perfect Broodmother stuff. Basically, she gets a solo kill. A hero comes down there, overextends by themselves, gets picked off by the Brood and her shenanigans, and then they pick off a tower afterwards. And now the pressure is on. She's in the jungle, making it impossible to farm up in here. She's going to make it really difficult for Bat to get any value out of this jungle. And on top of that, she's just going to keep pressuring that tier 2 bottom tower as well. And smoke up here. Can cast behind this stun. We'll get the Fire Blast down. Wait 4 minutes, more magic to still follow, but in come the defensive TPs. And Ninja Boogie now being chased back. Could be a counter kill. And Ninja Boogie slowed down by the poison attack. Trying to TP out in time. I don't think he gets away from this one. In come the Wild Axes. And then we'll pick up a support. But again, Broodmother free farm. Having fun. And she's pretty much halfway to her Orchid too. Puck putting some pressure on that tower as well. Jumps in. There's the Waning Rift there. It's only low level. Oh, not only level 3 here. Coil goes down. We'll expend it. And another Illusory Orb.
Radiant's middle
Gets a
tower
solo
is
kill
under
there on the
attack.
Ancient Apparition. Just delaying that level 6 even further. They really need
Dire's
that
top
ultimate so they can
tower is
gank
under
Morphling.
attack.
And the Brood as well.
Radiant's middle tower is
Meanwhile,
under attack.
Batrider being chased around. Can he get these Spilings? Flame Break. Oh, look at the cash! So much money! So much cash money there. That's Bat's Blink done now. And Brood, somebody calls CPS, Child Protection Services. She's just killing her children. Oh dear. It's Bat now with a Blink. That is definitely going to make Brood's life a little bit more difficult. And actually, Morphling as well. Now he's got to be really scared. Between Ancient Apparition, he'll have Ice Blast up in a moment, and the blinking Batrider, this is going to become scary for him. Because if he gets dragged into an Ice Blast, he's not morphing strength to get the hell out of there. No vision down here. Meanwhile, mid lane. Illusory Orb. Puck's in a jump. Jumps in, jumps out. Puck just playing with everybody's emotions. Oh man, giving Rave fans a heart attack. It's like, Puck's like, you know what, I'm just going to jaunt in. I can't see anybody on their side. I have no vision on their side of the map. But I'm just going to jaunt in and risk getting silenced. And then killed. I'll just do it because I can. I feel like using that Waning Rift. Viper, level 2 poison tank. Probably going to start maxing out Nether Toxin. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Batrider gets caught out again. The Broodmother all over his case. In comes FC. Can't really do much though. And it looks like Rave have already faded back. Before FC can manage to land any... He can land any roars or any good hits there. He does have a haste. He could have popped the haste, but he's kind of low on mana now. I think he's going to have to back off and refuel. Well, he does at the bottle though. Could charge this up here. Throws at the Wild Axes. Just trying to do something about the Spilings here, but now Rave are pushing in. Dreamcall is ready along with the Blink. They could set this up very easily. Ice Blast.
Radiant's top tower
no,
is
that's
under
gonna whiff.
attack.
Oh, but that Ice Blast, it was a bit dodgy.
Radiant
Meanwhile, though,
structures are
pressure on the bottom
fortified.
lane is just giving Jairus some free farm,
Dire's
allowing him
middle
to catch
tower
up.
is
Bat,
under
though,
attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
he's 102 CS, but a lot, like some of them, you know, Spilling, so give and take a bit. Net worth, Brood's net worth, yeah, there we go. Look, a lot of them must be Spilings after that last big batch that he took out. That's like, probably got like 15 out of that last batch alone. But you see the net value there. Broodmother, 7k. And it's only off one tower as well. So it's not like they've taken like a whole ton of towers. Just one. Tier 1 bottom. The Brood just keeping on the pressure here. And like Sky's Mage is useless in this situation to kill the Brood. Like to just protect the tower. There's nothing you can do about these Spidlings. Honestly, Sky should just back up. Like, there's nothing. There's no value with what Skyrath is doing right. He's just literally lurking by a tower. Now that Beastmaster's here, they could do something, but they really do need Sky to go and get some pickoffs. And now he's going top. He's realized, you know what, this is a waste of time. He is going to go top. They're going to try and get the kill here on... they get pinging out the wraparound from behind her. In comes the lasso. They're on Ninja Boogie. They realize they've got to get rid of him first. We'll be able to beat him down. They get the magic missile off. But Ogre says, you know what, actually, I don't want to deal with that. I'm out. See ya. Hopefully you can deal with that yourself. No, you're dead. 300 gold there. The Skyrath Mage and Chrissy has taken some damage. Ice Blast going to come in. And nope, no spiderlings. Goes to solid pushing top lane. Jairo though has faded in the jungle, just going to do some farming there. Picked up his little early items. We'll see what he goes for next.
Dire's top tower is
Probably just
under
going to go straight
attack.
to his Manta, I think. No real reason for Rave to go for the shotgun here. The late game, like, here's the problem is Invasion, as they pick off Chrissy in the bottom lane there. But here's the thing, Rave don't really worry about the late game. Viper's nice, but he's not going to stand up to a Morphling and a Brood. So, Rave are quite happy just to stall this out for the late game. Joe, I mean, if he really feels like it, he could even go Midas now just to keep stalling. I think he'll go Manta though. Manta would probably be the best option just so he can get out of the silences. Probably the safest option. Could go BKB, but I feel like Manta's probably more versatile. It also gives him way more pushy potential if he has that Manta style ready to go.
Dire's middle
Ice Blast
tower
going to come in,
is
just
under
cause some
attack.
issues there. JO actually tanking those hits, but
top
nobody to
tower
follow up,
is
so the
under
Ice Blast
attack.
largely wasted there.
Dire's
Beastmaster
structures
appears to be
are
saving up. I think
fortified.
he's going for a Blink Dagger, maybe. TP going to come in. It's a
Dire's
very
middle
aggressive
tower
TP from
is
Viper.
under
Tower will go down. Viper
Radiant's
actually
top
changes his
tower
mind.
is
Runs away there. Fire Blast comes out. Kareem Call comes down. Catches two. Jaro now waveforms for. They don't have the follow-up. Ice Blast is still on cooldown. Jaro dives in. Doesn't really care. And he's just going to TP on out. No kills though. I really thought somebody would go down there. Meanwhile, Broodmother still doing her own thing in the bottom lane. Has got the Orchid up and running. And now working towards a BKB.
Dire's middle
FCFC.
tower is
I think
under
he's going
attack.
Blink Dagger in this case. Just realized, I need some way to get on top of this Morphling quickly. I need some extra initiation power. Or even if he jumps in and roars the Vengeful Spirit, or Batrider lassos the Morphling, that could also be one way to help deal with that combo as well. The difficulty though is spotting up the VSL. Is Chrissy out, tanking another gank here. Mystic Flare, silences while Chrissy's dead. And now Bat's got this blink. They can actually pick off the Broodmother if they catch sight of her. The Brood's going to have to be
Radiant
careful. Meanwhile,
structures are
Beastmaster gets a kill
fortified.
on VS. It's a fairly low value kill. And it does cost him Aurora as well, but it will allow him to pick off the tier 1 at the very
Dire's
least.
top
Meanwhile, the tier
tower is
2
up.
1 mid.
Radiant's
The
middle
rating also gets
tower
cleaned up.
has
There's a
fallen.
skirmish breaking out the forest, so okay, now in trouble. Gets Fire Blast, gets the Ancient Seal Dome, and it's just going to get
Dire's top
waveform
tower
down.
has fallen.
Another easy kill there. Jaro racking that one up, and it's going to go toe to toe with no. He's changed his mind. In comes Bat. Bat does not have a lasso, but they're going for Cast. Cast the attack for the high ground. Do they have anything to disrupt that TP? Doesn't matter. Auto attack damage is there. And they take 2 kills, or take a kill in return. Support for support. Brood had already died. As it's a little bit of a swing there. The Dire team, but not a whole lot. And Ghost, so just farming that jungle. And this is one of the things with Broodmother. She can get rid of these jungle stacks consistently, can make farming for Bat very irritating. But as soon as she gets forced out, Bat just goes, you know what, I need to clean up all 3 of these camps all at once. Get a huge boost of gold. And he's finished up his 4 staff now as well. This is really going to help out his mobility. I really would like another kill on Morphling if they could facilitate it though. But these towers now starting to fall for invasion. Definitely losing ground. They've lost 1 in return, but all tier 1s are down for the Radiant side. Now Chrissy lurking. Dude, can they get an early gem? An early gem would be huge to help shut down this Brood. They can just make it impossible for Brood to stay in this bottom area. It would be a huge, huge deal. Yeah, Brood's just got this entire network set up. Like, nah, I'm out of here. She's even got another web ready to go. And even pops it. We'll get away there. They throw it out of dust. Complete waste of time. I think they're just discovering the tip of the iceberg in this web network. And the Spyling's just going to run for their lives there. See, a gem would probably be really good for invasion. Also, it would help them get some map control. Find out that their jungle is indeed being warded up. Meanwhile, swap back there. No, never mind. Gets away, blinks out. And it will cop it ignite regardless. Now it's been dream called up as well. Ice Blast going to come in. Will manage to hit Ninja Boogie. That's about it. And they will bring down the Beastmaster. Now we've got Ninja Boogie taking damage. And Mystic Flare largely whiffs. Ninja Boogie now running for his life. Broodmother though changed her mind. Doesn't want to go toe-to-toe. Ninja Boogie auto attack down by catching. And now the multicast comes out. Time 2. Cast tries to DP out. Not happening though. Lasso comes out to cancel. And Rave, finally finding their feet here, will pick up a good series of kills. But unfortunately, Jao is free farming on the back of this. Jao should be able to escape. He's got waveform. He's fine. Just going to waveform away. They will pick up a
Radiant's
600
top
gold
tower
swing, but
is
they
under
do lose their
attack.
Beastmaster in return, and just a couple of supports lost. And this buys space for Morphling to farm. I mean, this is Broodmother's job. Create space, and she's doing it. There's so much effort being poured into this bottom lane for invasion. They're spending so much time just trying to gank the Brood, you know, running down here, looking for stuff, looking for her, throwing out the dust, finding nothing. It's definitely helping Jao get back on his feet, considering his start was not so hot because there was a lot of heroes up there putting on pressure. He's up to 7.2k in value now, though. It looks like he's just going to go for Lincoln's first, which, yeah, you know, it's also okay, but I thought the Manta to get out of the silence would have been better because they've got a lot of trash spells to bounce the Lincolns. And Batrider can just blink and Force Staff and knock it off very quickly.
Mine.
To see if
Radiant's
Invasion
top
can
tower
afford that.
is
A
under
gem would
attack.
be huge. They really want their gems. See, it's just it. They're just not getting any value out of this. Just like bats run around and... Oh, there we go. They do have a gem now. Excellent. They definitely need this. And I think they realized after they blew that smoke in the blew that dust in the bottom lane that, yeah, they had to get a gem. Otherwise, it wasn't going to work. Chrissy's actually just run further down in the tree line. Puck with the Yules now. And they're smoking up. Going to look for a pick off here. JL also coming in for this gank as well, so no. It's creating space, but maybe they can pick up a tower here. Like, they get a good series of kills here. This is very much an easy tower down. Yule's being tossed up there on Beastmaster. Beastmaster can't blink away, silenced up by the Orchid. Will be brought down by the nuke, and now they're jumping in on top of Chris, on top of the Batrider. Batrider now running. Ghost in trouble. Courier in danger as well. Courier will get free. There goes the Green Coil down on top of Ketchik. They've also used the Viper Strike as well, trying to slow down Ninja Boogie. Ninja Boogie, they're backing off. The poison attack slowing him down. Beastmaster buying back, getting back into the fray here. And it looks like Invasion on the offensive. But they're not going to find any return kills as a TP out there from VS gets him away. So death and a buyback there for FC. That's awkward. Bat, though, at least didn't get picked off. So I heard an Ice Blast go. It's on the Brewmother. Brewmother going for the TP away. Can she get it? Yes! Just in time. Flame Break. A little bit too late. Meanwhile, Jao in the mid lane, free farming. Lincoln's very close, almost has enough for the recipe. He's going to pop down. This is nice. He's popping down the illusion on Cast. So Cast can basically go and find a suitable gank for him, and then he can replicate in and participate. They've realized, yep, okay, the Morphin can jump in there. They will just shoot down the bird.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Ghost
attack.
is thinking about going, changes his mind. Jao continuing to farm the jungle. And Puck has gone top just to push his wave out. Brood, back to her shenanigans, back in the web network.
From the goddess.
Man, look at this, look at this. Just all the way through here, all the way to the tower.
Silence.
Puck continue to push the top lane. Let's see where he goes next. He might even go for some burst next. We'll see. IDT are
Radiant's
still
top
working
tower is under
towards
attack.
a scepter. He's getting there, bit by bit. Oh, we're just going to lead the creep wave away, just to make sure it doesn't do any damage to the tower. Root Mother now. Just using the Spidling. She's a little bit worried. She knows that Bat has the jam in the Firefly. She is definitely worried about that. Ice Blast going to come in. Will manage to whip though. Jarrow now being dragged back. No Beer Swap. There we go. Beer Swap to cancel now. Trying to save him there. Jarrow, it looks like his road's going to wait for weight. Jarrow should be okay for the moment. The Ice Blast didn't hit him. He's actually in trouble. They will manage to bring him down eventually there.
Dire's middle tower
A good
is
pick
under
off. Good
attack.
two pick offs there for Invasion. Finding their feet. Getting some good kills. Can they get a tower out of it though? And meanwhile, they also have to defend the bottom lane. Is also the issue. A Spiraling Army ready to go. Wild Axe is also missing. The wave clear from Invasion is not particularly strong without Bat down. Bat's really their only way to effectively defend this tower from Spiraling. Puck now gets involved, throws him up in the air. Beastmaster comes down, silenced up, magic missile, easy kill. Orchid not deployed either. They've still got that up their sleeve. And now the Spiraling Army going into play there. It's a tier 1 mid does go down.
Has fallen.
But they've got the Spirelings now. Ice
Radiant's
Blast going to
bottom
come in on
tower
Chrissy.
is
Also going to
under
hit Ninja Boogie there as well. Oh, Spiderlings! So much money there for Ancient Apparition. And the tier 2 tower actually defended, as Batrider will show up and chase him off. So, overall in that trade, Rave probably coming out slightly behind because the Morphling was picked off. Morphling, though, almost has the Lincolns up and running. ADT really just wants to get this ult stick up. OK's lurking. Only so much he can do, though. Bat's showing. If Bat comes, they can easily get the kill on Chrissy now. The issue is, of course, just finding Chrissy in the trees. But again, Rave are probably happy with how this is progressing. This match so far, I mean, they have a gold advantage, and the late game is quite easily in their favour. And they're just going to use this double damage run. They're probably going to clean up Roshan and just use Cast to tank for a bit. Ice Blast. Oh, Ice Blast. It's Cast, but he's going to be okay for the moment. And now Ninja Booyah showed up. He's got a Wave of Terror. Actually, just going to use it to scout the high ground. Dream Call goes down. Going to snap there on Ghost to swap back there. They all managed to bring him down. Mag gets picked up, and that's a gem on the deck. They're still on Puck. Yeah, Puck stole the gem, and that is definitely a huge pain in the ass for Invasion. They're going to want another one, because now this opens up so much room for Broodmother to get to work on this tier 2 again. And she's probably going to be able to buy the space that Rave need to pick off this Roshan kill. She's going to have constant pressure from this tower, and with the Batrider down, I don't think Invasion want to get involved. Although, when you mind Ice Blast, they're going to be pretty frustrating. That Wave of Terror comes out. They should be able to just right-click this down pretty easily. Jarrah falling a little bit low. Actually, though, they're going to get stuck in, maybe. Ketchik thinks about it, then thinks better of it and backs off. I mean, they actually could have taken that. Jarrah was really low.
Roshan
Cast has no mana.
The
Is a big issue as well. He has no mana for. He's got basically his Soul Ring and that's it. Viper played safe there, but ironically they could have actually gone for that.
Dire's top tower.
Like, he made the no throw play, but it would have actually been dead. Like, Rave could have quite easily lost the Morphling there. Viper Strike go down. He's just using it to farm. He has got Scepter up and running.
Is under attack.
Regeneration!
Oh, Creepwave's pushing top lane. Meanwhile, Dust gets popped and they're just looking for Spirelings at the moment, as I think the Broodmother's back in base. Just trying to get the money off the Spiderlings. Boogie now just grabbing some of his own farm in the top lane there. It looks like Invasion are going to group up and go for this push, but Rave's still... I mean, there's no real issue for them at the moment. They're going to be fine going to late game. Link is now done. Probably going to walk towards a Mantis style now.
Are fortified.
It's going to take some really clutch plays from Invasion, particularly the Ice Blast. Link in there from FC. Should be able to clean up this tower. Looks like no contest being put up here by Rave at the moment, but they're happy with how this is going.
Middle tower is under attack.
Happy to keep farming there. Chrissy's just going to back off, get some farm at the enemy jungle. Has got the BKB now, done with the Brood.
Has fallen.
Meanwhile, Invasion, like, you know what, let's just keep invading. Tier 1 down, let's go for the Tier 2 now. They don't have a... Well, you know, actually, they've got the Swiftest Aura coming up the Beastmaster, so it's alright.
Dire's bottom tower
They have some push capabilities there, not a huge amount, but some. Meanwhile, though, Invasion, like, you know, well, let's just counter push your other tier. We'll counter push the Tier 2 on the other side. This one, though, this Tier 2 way more valuable than the Radiant one, largely just because it gives a TP location near the Roshan pit.
Middle tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Tier 2 for the Radiant about to drop as well. I don't think they managed to defend this one. Nope. We'll go down there. JR just using
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
his tankiness to sit on there under the tower. Meanwhile, some counter-warding being done by ADTR. Angel Spirit, lots of negative armor coming out of her. I mean, that's one way to help deal with a Viper. Just start slamming him with negative armor. He really does not appreciate it. A Wave of Terror and the Medallion of Courage, that's really going to make him quite squishy. Real working towards what is most likely a Hex, and then the blinking Hexing Puck is going to be very, very awkward to deal with. Apparition 200 gold away from finishing his Scepter. FC. We'll see where he goes next. 1800 gold. He might even just build... I mean, he could build a Necrobook. It's possible. Necrobook's actually okay against small things as well. The mana drain... The mana burn against him is nice. I mean, it might also just be something as simple as a Scepter. I mean, he could even, if he's... find the room for it, get a Scepter for his team. He's now even drag Morphling back. Morphling, not hit by Ice Blast there. Mystic Flare, though, he's going to get silenced up as well. Gets blown up. There's the Aegis coming. Ice Blast comes in. Wax Cast. Cast is to back off. Rave. Now possibly Drink. No, they're on the offensive. Three-man Dream Call comes in. Wave Bomb back in from Morphling. Gets stuck in. It's a 5-back there. Aegis is going to destroy him there. Going to pop back up there with the Aegis. Now, okay, trying to get clear Swota. Swap going to come back there. It's now going after Ketchik. Meanwhile, looks like they are going to get away with the... Going to get the Sky's Mage out of there, but at the cost of the Viper. And Jared's popping back up. It was a nice pick-off, but unfortunately it just stayed too long. Didn't get back fast enough.
Radiant's
there we go.
Bottom
Scepter
tower
picked up now by
under
Ancient
attack.
Apparition. Close to 7.5k lead.
Silence.
A Rave now. Ice Blast going to come in. Puck actually He manages to avoid it with the Jaunt, just barely. Tier 2 down now as well.
Bottom tower has
Now
fallen.
Chrissy's going to start putting the pressure on the Tier 3 and the Rax. And all outer towers now down for invasion. This is where things get really worrisome for them. BKB been built up for Batrider, but this isn't going to fix his problems. Largely being that if he goes for a clutch lasso, if Angel Spirit's nearby, she is just going to cancel it with a swap. BKB or no BKB.
Hold.
Puck. Oh, wait a minute, is he doing Link? Oh, he's in fact doing Lincoln's, which I guess is nice. I would have preferred the Hex. But Lincoln's is also good. He can use that to shield up the Brood and just basically help his teammates out as well. Shield up the Brood or even just help out the Morphling as well. Beastmaster. Could be a Necrobook, could be a Force Staff. Either or work very nicely. That Force Staffing his way through the trees there. And Ninja Boogie just doing some aggressive warding. This is how in control Rave feel like. They're quite happy to have Ninja Boogie just run around the enemy side of the map like this, shooting down birds. Anti-aircraft Ninja Boogie, and also getting some ward down. But unfortunately, that is probably his movements here is probably giving away this ward location. I mean, if you see a VS over there by herself, it's like, yeah, probably warding up something over here. Don't have any counter wards, so it doesn't look like it. BKB now finished for Bat. I really feel like they need a new gem though, if they can find one. Can they actually, are they allowed to, is it restocked yet? It is up if they can afford it. And now Manta Style picked up the Morphling, and this is just going to make it more annoying to kill him. Lasso is going to be good against him, but unfortunately the Ancient Seal now is no longer effective. He's just going to be able to, he's just going to be able to split out of that. Viper though, can you farm? Going for his own BKB there. I feel like Puck could actually really afford to do Ags this match as well. Ags would be amazing. Ags or Scythe, up his choice. Both would be fantastic in this match. There we go. BKB now finished on the Viper, but he's still his damage output. Like we compare this, like his damage output, roughly 110 plus Nether Toxin and a bit of poison. So say around about somewhere in the 160, 170 zone, and then compare Morphling 210 already, and he's not even fully morphed to it. He's not even morphed to crazy levels of agility either. So it's pretty anemic compared to carry-wise. Rave is still quite well in control. Invasion have got to make, like, Invasion right now have to get real, if they can, they've got to try and be more aggressive now. They want to get control of this match, they've got to get aggressive, got to pick off the Morphling, shut him down, and hopefully get a Rax pretty soon, because this is very rapidly ticking away to the point where they're not going to be able to do anything. It's going to be like their last match where Invasion would just end up with a Drow that Rave couldn't fight. In this case, it's going to be with a Morphling. Essentially, Invasion can't fight. Ice Blast or no Ice Blast, eventually Morphling's going to get a Skadi, probably maybe even a Satanic as well. He's just going to look at this right-clicking Viper, he does not care at all. Viper's going to blow up, Raw's going to come in, it goes down to an illusion though! FC, what are you doing?
The acid test. Mine!
Actually, no, he got the Vengeful Spirit. It wasn't the illusion. He did kill an illusion though as well by the looks of it, but no, it picks up the Vengeful Spirit. Unfortunately, I mean, okay, this is probably the state of the game right now. Invasion, they're down to popping ults to kill supports. It's not a good state of the game to be in. Meanwhile, the bottom lane, they do actually pick off the Broodmother. That's definitely going to be helpful, but it's going to relieve some pressure. This, again, is the issue. Like, Rave don't care. As long as Jo is remaining farmed and not dying, they don't really care. He's just going to get to the point where where Invasion cannot do anything about him. When Skadi next, Lifesteal after, and it's just going to be unkillable. Except maybe, well, I take that back. Actually, if Ancient Apparition lands a good Ice Blast, maybe. Because he does have the Scepter now. Now jump forwards there, Lasso. It's on top of Cast, so it's going to be a support here. They will pick him off. But the one I'm pretty sure he accidentally clicked on Cast and not the Puck. They wanted that Puck kill. Ogre is just an Ogre. In fact, speaking of Ogre though, he's going to be, like, Morphling is already disgusting in terms of the amount of damage he can knock out. You give him some steroids, it's just going to get even worse. As, yeah, that's an illusion. Oh, man. Illusion gets cleaned up there. Ogre's still down on the deck there at the moment. Do they have a new gem? Yes, they do. Batrider carrying another gem there. Brood wary of that. Hiding in the trees at the moment. I think they're pinging and say, hey, somebody's probably hiding up there. Be wary. And Bat's going to firefly on the high ground. Could manage to... But VS is here. This is the issue. He doesn't have Lasso anyway. It is on cooldown. Wild Axis just trying to drive the Spirelings back. Spirelings going to walk into the Firefly, maybe. They're going to swap in. Wolf Trap the Viper. Double coil comes down. Ghost is going to get blown up. Here goes trying to force Dark out. Goes to the high ground. Gets brought down. They've lost the Beastmaster as well. The Viper also 4.5 health. Gyro though. Gyro gets cleaned up. They bring him down. Buyback now from the VS. Viper Strike comes out on cast. And now it looks like Viper will go down as well. The Broodmother goes to town. They do manage to bring down Morphling eventually, but it comes at the cost of completely ignoring Broodmother, who is still a very... Broodmother didn't even use a Mork at that fight. They lose 3 in return. Lose 3 for 2. They do lose a buyback, but you know what, VS is probably okay with that. And the Viper dies as well, that's the important thing. And Broodmother picks up 1,000 gold. And they're going to translate that into a Roshan kill as well.
Many thanks.
Double damage being found by Chrissy.
Double damage.
Brood can pretty much solo Roshan. This isn't even a contest there. Just going to recover the Soul Ring as well from Brood.
Roshan has fallen
there we go.
to
He
the
will be
dire.
going for Ags next. And Ags with the swap break is so good. I'm surprised Viper lasted as long as he did in that fight, largely down to the fact he had the BKB. They avoided a lot of damage.
Dire's top
Morphling got
tower is
focus
under
fired.
attack.
I don't think he actually managed to get his Manta style off. Didn't notice the illusions pop out there.
Silence.
Double smoke's been picked up, so it looks like Invasion are going to try and opt to get some smoke. If they can get the pickoffs, maybe they can make something happen here, but it's definitely slipping away. 36 minutes in this game now, and they're down by 10,000 gold against a lineup that just scales so much harder into the late game. This is looking fairly grim. 1,800 gold though on the Viper. If he can pick up a raw damage item, maybe he's like a Monkey King bar to basically deal with the eventual Butterfly or Morphling. They might have a hope. And also the other thing he's going to need it for as well is to deal with the mischance off Brood. Brood is very good as an anti-carry. If he just gets on top of a carry, the mischance is incredibly frustrating to deal with.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They're looking for Gyro. Gyro, they're nowhere to be found. This could be a big wasted smoke here, and I think that's the second of 3. He's already gone. Just replicate it out. Now, Scarth Mage had 2 on the courier. There's 1 more on the courier, and yeah, none left in the shop. They're on cooldown for 8 minutes, so they've only got 1 left as well. So that's a big smoke getting wasted for nothing there. Speaking of smokings, Rave also using theirs. Looking for a pick-off. If they find a pick-off in this jungle, they could go for a tower down there. As pings are coming out. I'm not sure what's up there with the pings. I'm trying to mention something. The Rave are quite possibly happy to try and take a 5-on-5 now. 3.6k in the bank for Morphling. Will he go for the Scardia? Will he go for a Butterfly first? Both work. I think the Scardia in this case probably the more solid option because he's got to worry about the health snap there from Ice Blast. But now the Spireling's going to not get used actually. He's going to have him back up. Broodmother's just going up front. She's got the Aegis there. And they're just going to have to use her now. Just to basically rip down this tower. Jail might want to back for the moment. And are they expecting the Ice Blast? It's going to hit to there. Raw, no! It's going to have wasted their swap out there on the Beastmaster. He's whipped the Raw. It's been used on a Lincoln's. Will be brought down there. And now BKB's being popped by Chrissy. Being popped by Ketchik as well. Chrissy though, he's used his ult Lasso now on Chrissy. Chrissy being dragged back. Still at the Aegis, so going to be just fine. Will be popped down. Will his team though surge back in to defend him. They popped the Lincolns down. Rio might just let him go. They're just going to let Chrissy go. Okay.
My life.
That's awkward. And now Illusion's being beaten up by Invasion. But Invasion get the Aegis down. We'll pick off the Broodmother twice. And they managed to defend the tier 3. The Puck decided not to commit a second time round. As we see there, around about a 2,000 gold swing in favour of Invasion. If they can keep punishing pushes like that, they have got a shot at getting back into this, but again, the Morphling. He's got 4.8k in the bank. Like, he's almost got another tier 4 item that he could buy. Replica's up, so it's going to be pretty hard to get rid of. Ghost now. This is their last smoke for about another 5 minutes. Hopefully they can make this one count. Might be able to find Rio. The Rio, of course, very elusive, and it could actually be dangerous because the illusion is around as well. Looks like they found... Nope, never mind. Replicate out. He's already gone. JO's gone. And again, it seems another smoke has been wasted, so they've got no more left for another 5 minutes or so. Well, bottom lane, looks like Ogre's down there by himself. Shielding up the VS. Ghost is looking for a target. I don't think he's going to find anything, though, as it looks like Rave have grouped up, holding hands here by their shop. They're getting ready to defend the... Are they defending the tier through it? They're just going to look to see... No, that's nowhere near respawning.
Double damage.
Viper, still no real item progression. He's picked up Yasha, but needs to be hitting harder. We'll check his damage in a moment, but it's like right now it's 300 roughly.
Silence.
But he has got a double damage. And as you see, Morphling. Oh boy, there's that big old slow coming out for him. Morphling actually could arguably morph another... Oh, wow. Alright, when he is near the Vengeful Spirit, he gets 3... He goes up to 300 damage, and he could still add another 20 if he wanted. 27 or so if he wanted to. That is insanely good. You see the Viper, he's hitting for 140, 148. Morphling, even without the Venge around, he's doing 230 a swing. And his attack speed, 2 attacks per second. Compare that to Viper. 1 every 0.7 of a second. No contest. Broodmother also working towards... Looks like she's working towards the butterfly. She had the orchid last... No, sorry, not the orchid. She had the Eagle Song last time they pushed into the base, but it didn't save her. Team just allowed her to get dragged back and just let Invasion 1v4. Now Invasion are going to try and defend this bottom lane here. There's a big army of Spylings there. Just going to back them off, though. Not feed them away to bat. And for the moment, Rave just going to fade away again.
A prize.
Like last match for Invasion, playing it safe. They know they have the late game advantage. No need to go and dive and be silly. You can even just wait for Morphin to get another item. Definitely possible as well. Ninja Boogie though.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Surging down here to protect Chrissy. Just keep those Batrider swaps away from Rio now. Tossing out hopes. Oh, wait. Viper Strike pumps the fake. Swaps him back. Gonna go for the kill here and catch it. Pops the BKB. Now comes the Viper Strike and Ninja Boogie wants his kill. Can he find it? Should be able to. Ice Blast coming in. Down they go. They will pick off the VS. A bit of a waste there. Very aggressive swap, but nothing comes out. Now they've got pop the Linkers on both heroes there. 4-man core coming out there on top of Catchy out of trouble. Gonna get burst down here possibly. Lasso comes out of Jao. They don't have the VS to cancel. Jao now in trouble. He doesn't have a second life here. He's gonna be pushed away there. And will be saved. So in the end, they trade a Beastmaster for a Vengeful Spirit. That was a very overzealous swap, though. From Venge, they didn't have the follow-up stun and just pops the BKB and laughs it off. Maybe if Morphling got on top of the Viper straight away, but definitely. Really close. And then there, like, as soon as he wasted the swap and was dead, they just go, oh, well, look, we can lasso. We can use the lasso now and almost kill Jarrett. Whereas they really should have that swap to break lasso from Bat. Bat, though, has also picked up a Rod of AUI as well. Should mention that. He picked that up a couple of minutes ago. Now they're looking for the next Roshan. Not up just yet. Broodmother just going to go and farm some more while she waits. Meanwhile, Jao replicating to the enemy jungle. Has another 2.1k in the bank. Bo's still carrying his gem. Viper, he's building towards a Manta. Definitely going to be useful. You can use that to bounce the Orchid Silence amongst other things. Even just to get that extra damage out as well. Also going to be really useful. Ogre now just doing some farming of his own. Is he going to build a Scepter? We'll see whether or not he goes towards that. Puck. 2k in the bank as well. I think he's probably just going to get a Hex at this point in time. Maybe a Shivas. But I think a Hex... I mean, the Shivas against Ketchway should be pretty good. I know, he's just going to build some raw damage. He's just going for the Casualty Ashes to try and help out with his mobility and just some attack speed. And he will be building, most likely, the Monkey King bar next, just to help with the eventual Butterfly. And also, yeah, he needs a Monkey. He has to get a Monkey King bar. The mischance from Broodmother is obnoxious already, and there's likely a whole bunch of Butterflies getting picked up. There's the first one right now. Morphling likely to grab one of his own in a moment. He's already got 2.4k as well. Ghost's gonna say hi to Rio there. They're gonna pass each other by. He's gonna blink up. He could go for this kill if he wants. No, 4 staffs away. So no, he's blinking forward. He's going to cast. Decides he wants to kill their own cast. Core's gonna come down there. Pops the BKB. Don't know how much he's gonna defend it though. Cast out. Cops the axis in the rear side. Will manage to get away there. Ghost will manage to surge back there, getting away from the coil, and down goes cast. I'll translate this into a tier 2 mid, maybe. Although actually no, they've got to back off. Morphling counter pushing right now, using illusions. And this tier 3 under siege. Ice Blast's going to come in, trying to slow this down a little bit. But this tier 3 likely to fall here. Oh no, the illusions go down. They will manage to hold. But the tier 3 now in deny range. They might need to go for that. Strike Mage. Just 4-staffing and TPing out. Back to base. Beastmaster. He's got the level 3 Necro book, but it's at the stage where it's not so useful. It's more of an annoyance for Chrissy than anything else, but there we go. I mean, Chrissy right now could just solo Roshan whenever he feels like, really.
Roshan
Pick it up and pass it over to Jarrow there. This time around, Chrissy will grab the cheese instead. As Jarrow's likely to be, as it's been proven in these fights, that Jarrow is more likely to be the focus fire target. He's been the one copping the lassos coming in a bat.
Dire's top tower is under
Rave
attack.
is still happy, playing it slow and safe. Just basically, I mean, they basically had their souls ground down last match by Invasion. Invasion playing a very slow and steady match, just gradually just grinding them out of the match, and Rave just returning the favour this game. So hey, you did to us last match, we're doing it to you this match. 14k advantage for Rave now. Rax is broken. Meanwhile, the bottom, this bottom lane going poorly there. They will pick off the puck, and now Chrissy possibly in trouble as well as respawns, and he's actually going to die a second time around by the looks of it. He's been slowed down there, controlled by the Rod of AUI. 2 kills picked off there. They lose the Skyath in return. But Invasion probably very happy with how that turns out. No objectives achieved in return for Rave. We see there a 3.1k swing in their favour. 1,000 gold goes to Bat. Unfortunately, none of it going to Viper, who could have really used it. Viper not present for that. And Travel's now picked up for Bat. Morphling again with another 4.3k in the bank. We'll see where he goes next with his item build. Just wait for him to farm and replicate out. Now Ogre. And look at this. Look at this. 260 a swing. And he's closing in on the 3 attacks per second that Drow had last match. He's getting there. That is absolutely insane. Look at this, 350 a swing, 3 attacks per second. Like, who is gonna, like, he could literally just blow up Ancient Apparition so damn quick. Although Ancient Apparition actually has picked up his own Rod of AUI, so he's actually hitting quite hard himself. Morphling. God, he's fat. Broodmother might even just pick up. I mean, at this point in time, they might even just have Ogre pick up Vlad's. Just Vlad's. The aura again, just damage stacking these auras is incredibly powerful. And Morphling, because the thing is, with these auras that work off the stat gain, is incredibly good for Morphling. He really synergizes really nicely with it because he has so much stat gain in his item progression, and as well as just the hero itself. Now, an Invis popped up by Ghost there. To have a counter gem though, blinks away, will manage to escape. No, loses the Lincolns. Yule's on the Bat though. Bat shouldn't be able to follow up here. He's just he's got a 4-star. Decides not to go for it. I think the right choice made there. Will back up. Cuts his losses and just backs off. Jarrow's thinking about getting aggressive though, moving up. Has got the replicate up to escape if necessary.
Here I am.
And Viper. A Monkey King bar down now. 250-ish a swing. Plus procs. He's getting a bit more respectable in that damage department, but still, Morphling head and shoulders ahead there. 360 an attack. Oh god. He also on Bat's in trouble, needs to force out of here. Pops the BKB. He's getting it snapped there. Swap back as well. Snapped on the call. Tries to 4-staff out. Now Jarrow now possibly trouble. Gets roared up. Jarrow's in serious trouble. Will go pop back up though in a second. He's got the Aegis. And now Ninja Boogie moving forward. Swap has it on cooldown. Can he get closer here? Needs to wait. Needs to pop the stun out. Doesn't manage to do it. He's getting chased back by the minions. Jarrow gonna eat up those Necrobook minions there. And Ninja Boogie actually possibly... No, he will be okay there. Joe giving chase. He get a replica forward. Broommother giving chase. Decides not to dive for it. This is one of the more annoying things for Viper to actually have to fight against. Viper against the Morphling, if he gets replicated
Dire's top tower is
and
under
the Viper
attack.
Illusion chases him, he just loses so much movement speed off the corrosive skin. But it looks like Rave are ready to push in on the high ground. Bat's dead. Bat has lasso up again, but he is down for 40 seconds with no buyback. This should be a
Dire's
pretty
top
easy
tower
tier
has
3.
fallen.
As they lack the wave clear to deal with this. Meanwhile, it looks like the bottom lane also in trouble. The ADT are being pushed back. They are going to go after this kill. Not going to find them. Meanwhile, Puck going to jump out. Silence down on catching. Just wearing off down. Ninja Boogie, though, will be brought down there. But the tier 3 meter has fallen. And Jo, what's he going to right click on here? He's going to go after Ketchik. He's thinking about it. Changes his mind. He goes in, goes back. Buyback there from BS. Kenshi back in this fight. Okay. I don't know why. I don't know about that buyback. It's a bit of a weird buyback from VS there. Gonna pound down on FC. That slow is so good. He just pounds NFC. Ketchik is completely anemic as a damage dealer there. And he's gonna get the tier 3. Down goes the Sky Earth Mage as well. Brewbunner now pops the BKB backing up there. Coil is down on top of Viper. Viper now stunned up. Tier 3 in the bottom lane goes down. The top is completely unmolested at the moment, but they will lose the mid racks. Well, it's just a range racks though. Now Bat Rider tries to go for a kill, doesn't find it, and looks like it's just going to be Rave losing, although the buyback there from the VS was a bit weird. They really didn't need to do that.
Attack.
But whatever, I mean, when you've got a 12,000 gold lead, you can do some weird things. Tier 3 in the bottom lane down though. I think next push they're going to definitely lose some Raxes. But I mean melee Raxes. With the range Raxes, just, whatever. You can deal with that. 5.4k in the bank though for Joe. Now I think he's probably just going to go for a butterfly. You saw that he just chewed down Beastmaster. He just completely annihilated Beastmaster. And the whole time he was just tanking hits there from Viper. Just did not give a damn. Viper just could not get the damage out. He picks a Maelstrom as well, just trying to supplement his damage output. It's just not enough. The Morphling is, in fact, I think he's just going... He's just going for the Monkey King bar now. Actually, it could be, I suppose it could be Daedalus, but he's sitting on 3.5k. See what the plan is for him. Might even just save for buyback as well. Yeah, he's probably just saving for buyback at the moment. Doesn't want to expend all of his money. Goes now backing up for Rio. Hasn't really progressed. He's been sitting on a lot of cash. He's actually getting really close to being able to afford a Hex. A Blink Hex as well would be absolutely insane to play against. Blink Hexes are always really, really powerful. Especially if you can Blink Hex the Ancient Apparition before he can get an Ice Blast off. That would be huge as well. Now Batrider probably caught out here. Opts not to join it. Swap back though instead. Down comes the core. It's going to trap Ghost. He's going to try and stop Ninja Boogie in his traps. We'll throw to the lasso, but it's going to be pretty ineffective here. They throw to the Mystic Flare. Oh, they kill the VS. So Ghost is somehow still alive here. Viper now waiting, and he's actually plowing through an illusion though, so that's a complete waste of time. VS dies again, but it is just a VS. But nothing else gained there for Rave.
Behold!
Jaunting away there. And the
Radiant's
creep
top
actually getting us some
tower is
damage in
under
this tier
attack.
3. Just a little bit, not a whole lot. Real jumps into the enemy base. Gonna start knocking some damage into that melee Rax there. Playing cheekily before jaunting and blinking away. Joe now, it's a Daedalus. Here it comes. Oh boy. The damage is real. Viper finishes up a Maelstrom into a Mjolnir. As the courier gets confused. Goes the wrong way. Alright, Joe has moved about. There we go. Yeah.
Mine.
360 without the Vengeance Aura.
Triples.
That is going to be one hell of a hit. 360 without the Vengeance Aura, without factoring in crits. And he spits out 3 attacks a second. That is insane. Honestly, at this point, Morphling could probably just get rid of the Lincolns and just buy a Satanic. Let's get to that point. Or he could sell his boots and buy a Butterfly. The movement speed from the Yasha, from the Manta style, plus the Flutter is enough to make Morphling mobile. Plus he's got the Waveform and the Replicate as well. He doesn't actually need to keep his boots. Morphling can actually get rid of them very happily. And, yeah, that's not real good, mother. Roshan going to be up very shortly as well. Could just dump his boots and get the Aegis as well. Ninja Boogie is getting focus fired so much, they might even just give it to him. Because they're running out of slots here. Broodmother's also pretty much slotted out as well. She has picked up a blink. That's one of the issues with Broodmother. Getting on top of your target can be frustrating sometimes in these fights. Just allows her to get in on top of a priority target and start slowing them to a crawl and controlling them. Or even just blink in and Orchid a particular hero. Like just blink in, Orchid Scarlet Mage suddenly. He's not able to drop his Mystic Flare. It's actually a pretty big deal. Now, we're going to have Ghost coming on the high ground there. Now, they're going to spot the respawn there. Oh, getting pounded by Roshan. So much damage for him. You have to get healed up there. Now, Rave grouping up. Do Rave know Roshan is up? I'm not sure. Ancient Apparition TP's out, but he can do that because he can participate with the Ice Blast from a long distance off. Now, Morphling, another 2.4k in the bank. There we go. Okay, Morphling's just going to come in. I mean, they could just push the map and let Brood solo that. That would actually work quite well as well. Brood, quite capable of bringing down Roshan on her own. Probably the best course of action. They are just using the spine. Yeah, we go. Brood just blinks in. That's just going to let her do it. Give us some help there with the negative armor. But yeah, she doesn't need any help at all, pretty much. And they're just going to use Morphlin as Shepherd. And now Brood can get dragged back there by the Baron onto the secondary high ground. She's actually in a lot of trouble. Gets roared as well. Silenced up. She can't get down the cliff. Will be taken out there. And swap back down the bat. They're going to go for the back kill. Morphling just annihilating Bat right now. Puck's on the high ground at the moment. He needs to get down. He has also picked up his blink. Blinks back in. Brood buys back, but that costs Invasion 2 deaths there. They get the Brood kill, but she just buys back. Bat can buy back. But they can't get the Viper back into the mix here.
Roshan has
and Rosh is picked up. Broodmother going to grab the Aegis. Cheese on the deck there if anybody wants it. Joe's actually slotted out. He doesn't want to actually pick it up. I think this is a mid-rack's about to fall. With the Viper down for a full minute. I don't think there's much hope. This Morphling is just hitting so hard. At 450 damage with the Command Aura, and he crits off that. He's doing 1k crits. And at 3 attacks per second, people just melt. Sweep bottom as we see the swap out there. It looks like ADTR is the target of choice. They can pick him off. That'll be a big win. ADTR is down. Buys back immediately. You're going to try and get the Ice Blasted in. Oh, Scarlet just gets one-shotted there by Morphling. Morphling now will get hit there by the Ice Blast. But I don't think he really cares all that much. Mid-Rax is down. Will they sweep for the bottom lane there? Just going to leave it for the moment. There we go. They're sweeping. They say, you know what? Viper's still down. Let's go for it. Range Rax is down. And this is pretty much all over bar. They're shouting. JO is unstoppable at this point.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's
bye Rax.
Radiant's
FC doing what he can. Throws the axes and blinks out. There's very little he can do. Batrider now back as well as the Viper. I don't think they can stop this. He just still up for the Broodmother. This tower is just going to fall. And a swap there. There's the coil swap breaking on Ketchik. Ketchik implodes. A monster kill for Morphling. And JO is just on the warpath. In fact, oh no, he will go down. He gets cleaned up there. Down for 1 minute. He's found for 100 seconds. Doesn't matter though. Broodmother still in the mix. Going for the killer and ADTR. He's on a dieback timer there. Will get cleaned up. And now they've already lost the Viper once again. Broodmother actually getting dragged into the pit. Into the fountain. Doesn't matter though. GG is called. Invasion, though, it's over. Rave will take this one 2-1. They did stumble there in the second match, but they will clean this one up in the third match. Guys, it's been Triumph of Man casting the South Asian Division. We will be back with another match. We do have another match coming up in the moment. We'll first departure up against MVP, so stay tuned for that. We are actually behind schedule, I believe. So we'll be blasting that second match ASAP, so stay